Who would have thought that the day would finally come where I start removing the front bumper cover of the C6 Corvette? I know I've been teasing you guys for the past few videos that I'm going to start removing it, and every single time it feels like I start doing something different, but this time I promise we're going to be removing the front bumper cover. Alright, so let's go ahead and get cracking on these calipers. What we're going to need is... No, of course I'm kidding. Let's go over a few tools that we're going to need to remove this front bumper cover. We're going to need a 9/32, as well as a 10mm. We're going to need a flathead, a Phillips head, and a T15 Torx. So on here, the one I have, it says Torx 15x4. So as long as you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, you're gonna be able to remove everything that you need to remove. So the first 4 bolts that we're gonna want to focus on are these 4 up here. They're all 9/32, 4 of them. So let's just go ahead and get these removed. Now, some years, from what I've seen, have the T15 in a couple of these spots, so you may need to be removing the T15s from there as well. Mine is a 2007, and it has 4 of the 9/32. Next up are these D15 screws. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we're just going to be removing the front 4, because if we remove the 5th one, you're pretty much going to be messing up the alignment of the fender, and we don't want to remove the fender just right now. So we're just going to add our T15 into here and take these out. And now we're going to repeat the exact same process from this other side. And again, just 1, 2, 3, and 4 T15 screws. So I definitely know that the bumper was hit, or the bumper cover, but I just didn't know what exactly happened. And now that I start looking at it, it's a little bit more than just that little crack right there. That little deflector right there is put on backwards. And as a matter of fact, it's actually zip tied on that end right there. So my removal is going to be pretty simple. Just undo this clip and release the zip tie. For you guys, you're going to have to remove this 10mm bolt, which I'm going to have to do the same thing. And then there should be 3 9/32 bolts right here, and there should be a couple more once you get this thing off. So in total there should be about 5 that you're going to have to remove from this side. So 3 to remove this little plastic piece, and then an additional 2, as well as that 10mm bolt over there, and that needs to be done on both sides. So it turns out that actually it was put on correctly, but because it was smacked so hard, it bent. So this thing should be flexing this way, not this way. Let's go ahead and repeat the same process on the other side. Alright, so now if we're looking towards the center, we're supposed to have a bolt right there, which I don't have. There's one right here. Looks like 9/32 again. One right there, and one in here again, which it looks like I'm missing. So let me just take these 3 off. You guys take these 5 off if you have them, and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so going inside the wheel well area over here, I'm on the passenger side. Depending on the year, you're either going to have a plastic clip at the bottom, followed by 4 bolts, 9/32 up here, or you're just going to have, like I do, 4 more plastic clips that can just be popped out to gain access to the inner portion of the bumper liner. So the reason why you needed to remove this is so you can remove that connector that connects that amber light right there, and to gain access to that 10mm bolt over there. There's one hiding pretty much right on the entrance right there. the light itself. You just twist it towards yourself and then pull it out and it comes out. So basically you're doing this motion, and then to put it back in, you're gonna go towards the front of the bumper. And now you have pretty good access to the 10 millimeters in there, and you can remove those as well. So I removed one more clip from right there so I can have a little bit more access towards the interior. And then you can see the 2 bolts that were being held right there that we needed to remove. So now let's just go ahead and repeat the same process on the other side. So I went ahead and loosened it up, removed everything that needs to be done on the passenger side as well. And now that it's nice and loose on both sides, you can go ahead and just turn that wire right there to disconnect the fog lights. So just twist it towards yourself. Let's see if I can capture this. I'm just gonna grab that wire right there, twist it, and pull it out. Pretty simple. And of course, repeat the same process on the passenger side as well. Pull that out. So at this point, we're gonna be removing the front bumper cover. If you have a hood, you're gonna wanna close it. But before you do, you're gonna kinda wanna pull. You're just gonna wanna pop it out. There are a couple of clips right here that just need to be pulled out. So once you get it to about this stage, then you can go ahead and close the hood. I don't have the hood on, so I don't have much to worry about. So we can just do this. I can go ahead and move this a little bit further back. Repeat the process on this side. Lift this piece over. Get it to about right there. Make sure the 2 bolts on the sides have been moved down. And you're gonna get it to a point where you can just pull it and just lower it down to the ground. And there we have it. The front bumper cover is off. Not too bad of a process. Next time we'll be removing the headlights. See you guys then.